Lots of cake emojis. I have so many cake emojis. There's like 10.
I thought it's someone's birthday.
Oh my god, for sure. What is going on in your background? Is somebody polishing your floor?
Our neighbor is, I don't know, so nicey.
Okay, well, let's try and kick this off because I think we have a lot of stuff today, so let's do it. Today is the 20th of March. This is the governance call. Tell me how you're feeling, your focus for the week, and your intentions for the call. I am feeling super excited for all the things. Cool things in governance. Focus for the week is launch a PFP collection. Working group transition. Praise for Twitter. Interesting. And probably lots of other things, but I'll cut it there. Intent for the call is to facilitate. And I will pass it on to Lauren.
Thank you. My focus for the week is, well, I really want to get the QF forum post up in Gitcoin. This has like been too many weeks. I haven't done it. My other focus is to make sure that we're on track for all our launches and announcements, including internationalization and the PFP collection, many of which are already ready. But that, plus also it's the last week for DAO drops and Optimism retroactive public goods funding. So just like really making sure that Giveth is in front of those audiences and that we've got like our Twitter full of action of like, look what we did. We deserve this. And getting caught up in the forum and stuff. My intentions for the call are, like the praise distribution and the praise for Twitter stuff, all the hot topics Mitch posted, and I will just pass it now, and I will give it to Griff.
Well, thanks. My focus of the week is optimism. I'm feeling really great, and this Optimism retroactive public goods funding should be everyone's focus, because it's just so much money, and we'll talk about that in this call. So that's the only intention I have for the call, though. There's lots of fun things in this call always. So I'll throw it over to Nicola.
Thanks, Griff. Happy Monday, everyone. I am then hungry to know more about this. My intentions for the call. Okay, I'm a little confused. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready for the week and also peaceful. My focus for the week will be a lot of things, and I try to be prepared for today. So yeah, it's definitely posting my reviewed Gravity reintroduction and stats forum post, and start doing meet the makers outreach and get up to speed with forum, and also improve the verification flow and see how I can support this retro active public goods fund thing. Because it's a lot of money. We need them. And intentions for the call is to catch up and sync up with you all guys. I'm going to pass it to Moshe Hat.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Nicola. I'm here to listen and excited to hear about praise and Twitter and what's the plans for that, and to sync up with everybody. I don't know who has gone, so back to you, Mitch.
Let's pick Breachies.
I'm feeling good. My focus for this week is finish some Griff's tasks. And my intentions for this call is to follow up the different working groups and see how can I help. I will pass it to Clara.
Thanks, Bridges. Hi, everyone. I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to this week ahead. My focus for governance this week will be mainly sourcing and creating easy access to data for metrics, and developing the reporting to get some deeper analysis. And the rest will be mainly comms focused this week. My intention for this call is to find out more about DAO Lens, and looking forward to hearing more about optimism. Going to pass over to Franco. Franco, you didn't go yet.
Yeah, thank you, Claire. Hello, everybody. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling much better after having a sick week. My focus this week is going to be getting the first batch of distributions out after a lot of work of getting everything ready. Intentions for the call is planning maybe a little bit about the rewards calculator thing that we're going to do for contributors and non-contributors. It's out in the forum. I just posted it today. And yeah, that's it. And I'll pass it over to Almond.
Thank you, Franco. Wow, Mitch. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rested. My focus this week is PFP launching, minting party. Make sure that everything is ready with that, and different things in comms and community. And my intentions for this call is to hear more about optimism, and also to hear the updates regarding the working group transition, and the praise distribution too. And I'll pass it to Rochelle.
Rochelle mentioned it's too noisy where she is right now, so I will pass it to Corey.
Hey, thanks. Feeling pretty good. My focus for the week is a few different things for sure. This PFP collection launch, which is super exciting. Also coordinating around other upcoming launches like the Fiat integration, the referral program next week, and some updates we've got. And alongside that, we'll just be picking up writing wherever possible and reviewing content and doing some organizational stuff. Intentions for this call, don't have a specific intention today. I will pass it to Giant Kin.
Giant Kin is deafened, so we will pass it to Kotabe. Kotabe? You're unmuted, but we have no sound. Let's try Marco while you figure it out.
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Hi, everybody. I'm feeling good. My focus for this week would be a lot of GM stuff. Not much Giveth, sorry. Intentions for this call, fly on the wall, and just checking out some governance stuff is needed from my side. I'll pass it back to you, Mitch. Thanks.
Okay, let's hear from Kai.
Hey, GM. Why bother, Marco? No, glad to have you. Having an easy week here. Still, load me up. I'm going through the DevOps boards. Available again. All good. I'm here to do some governance and listen. No distractions. No real plans. Who is Maikas? You may speak. Please.
Hey, Maikas. I think that's Myra.
Yeah, that's me. It's Myra, but I'm not quite sure what I should be saying here. I'm just like lurking here in this conversation, I guess. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. You're free to lurk. Just to give you a heads up, this is the governance call, so we have it every week. Usually everybody jumps in and I ask them 3 questions. how you're feeling, what your focus for the week is within Giveth, and intentions for the call.
Right.
You can answer that if you want, or you could just choose to hang out. It's fine. It's up to you.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I'm feeling good. I'm still learning about you guys, and very excited for this PFP party to learn more about that. So, yeah, hopefully I can hear more into the week. So, I guess that's my focus for now, or give it.
Great. I think we still need to hear from Jake.
Yeah, thanks. Little tired. Got some allergies this weekend. Seasonal. A focus for the week would be just like everybody super excited about optimism and Schilling pushing that. Intentions for the call, just see if I need to vote anywhere. And I joined a little late, so back to you, Mitch.
Sure. Let's hear from Nico.
Thanks, Mitch. I'm feeling happy and great this week. It's the first day of spring, so I'm very happy. And focus for the week is buddy calls and also fixes for Coda, making sure to integrate our processes, buddy call processes in Coda too, and some GM stuff. HR call this week as well. So my intention for this call is to listen and be updated. Passing it to Kai.
I already went, but it sounds like Kotabe's mic is fixed.
Yeah, thank you. DM everyone, I'm also feeling really good. My focus for the week is on the Crypto for Good fund. And, what was the last question? And the intention for this call is just to think up and hear what's happening. So I'll pass it to Mateo.
Thank you, man. Hey, guys. Hope you have an excellent week. For me, this week is super packed for new releases, talking about internationalization and working on Fiat as well. But I'm very curious and excited for the PFP collection release these next days. So I'm just here to listen and participate. Happy to see all of you. I'm not having track who's missing, so I'll pass it back to you, Mitch.
We can still hear from Santi.
Dias, everyone. Feeling great today. Intentions for the call is to just get to know everything related to optimism, as well as the accounting circles and the praise distribution. And focus for the week is the PFP collection. And I think Ashley is still to go.
Thanks, Santi. I am feeling pretty good. I could have used maybe one more weekend day, but that's all right. Here we are. Let's go. My focus for this week, I want to finish my quantification. The next round of givebacks is tomorrow. I want to get caught up in the forum, and there's some changes that I want to make to my role proposal after my last buddy call, so that's my governance focus for the week. Intentions for the call are to stream and to get you all to vote on the round 31 givebacks distribution, because they still haven't been sent out yet, and the votes failed, so maybe y'all could check that out in the NR Give. And I think Monique slipped in, and he hasn't gone yet.
Thank you, Ashley. Well, guys, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm still here. No reasons happening tonight. And my pleasure for this call is just to sync with you guys. My focus for this week, I guess I have to hand over lots of stuff to the other devs to the start vacation. And I pass it back to you, Mitch.
Mitch, you're muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
Oh, that's me telling Kotabe to mute, and I muted myself. That's awesome. Okay, so we got lots of stuff What I heard from the check-ins is people want to hear about optimism. So I don't know if you snuck anything in the agenda there, Griff, but maybe I can let you talk about it right now.
Yeah. So basically, the Giveth Galaxy has 6 projects. And okay, backstory. Optimism is an L2 blockchain on top of Ethereum. It's a roll-up, and they're really into this retroactive public goods funding meme. And they decided that they're going to give away $26 million. $26 million. That's a lot of money. $26 million. And they elected 71 people to distribute it. And so each of these 71 people basically has like 300K, we'll say, to pass out. And there's only 191 projects that can receive it. So the average project will receive almost $150,000. We have 6 projects in the Giveth Galaxy on that list. Only a couple of them even really apply. Maybe, honestly, some of them shouldn't have been allowed on the list. But let's see. We're on the list, okay? So the thing is that the real question is how much, what they want to give retroactive public goods funding awards to is people who contributed to the Optimism stack. So projects that like somehow built on top of Optimism or added value to the Optimism network in some way. Yeah, we haven't done so much of that, honestly, but we need the money. And that's also part of it, is that they want to make sure that they're giving it to people who need the money, not like VC projects and stuff like that. So we basically need to message. I have Algene is going to send everyone a list of the 71 people who can vote, or maybe it's like 75 or something, people who can vote. And if you know any of them, please, dear God, reach out to them, and we'll also give you a little prompt saying like kind of like what we think we want to say ish, but rewrite it, put in your own words, and just like say hello. No, you noticed they were a badge holder, and like just a reminder, like I work closely with these projects, and honestly, all of them need funding. They're not funded by VCs, and and have and are doing a lot for public goods in Optimism and beyond. So that's kind of like the meme that we're going to need to go for, is like none of these have VC funding or really great revenue models, and like we are adding value to Optimism in some way, and Giveth has a lot, actually. Optimism's token was forked off of the Mini-Me token, which Giveth created. So like their whole token is based off of what we built, which is pretty cool. Also, like we ran Scaling Now conferences back in the day. We provide space in Barcelona. I don't know. There's like, check out our tweets around Optimism. So Giveth has probably one of the better things. The other projects are Praise, Pairwise, and Common Stack. Those 3 haven't done a lot for Optimism, but they all need funding, and my God, they're on there. So we need to take advantage of that opportunity. BlobScan is Sem's project. And actually, this one's really critical for Optimism and will be really important. So for proto-dank sharding, I don't know. If you're not a technical person, don't worry about it. But BlobScan is super legit, and we should definitely tell them about BlobScan. And we should also tell them about TE Academy, which the TE Academy, of course, is bringing token engineering to people all over the world, as well as they deployed their certifications on Optimism. So they actually launched something on Optimism. So TE Academy should really get the nod. Algene will DM everyone the list But and along with instructions, we're going to talk more about it in the fundraising call before I give everything out. But since there's so many people in this call, and especially people like Marco and like Santi and Kai, you guys know people in the space, Mitch, you guys have all been to conferences, and especially you guys might know some of these people, and if you can just give them a DM, it'll be huge. That's yeah.
All right, cool. Just waiting for the list.
Cool.
Griff, I know we're going to speak about the message, in the fundraising call a little bit more. Is there anything that are don't say, absolutely don't mention that, or things we want to steer away from when delivering this message, even though they're warm contacts and warm, friendly people? Is there anything you could think of?
I mean, I think that we should say that we are poor and we need money. I don't think that we should say that we haven't contributed to the OP stack. Some projects have contributed in some ways or another, and we all qualified. They did a filter. We all made it. So someone thought that we did something for the OP stack. I don't know how they thought Pairwise has done something for the OP stack, but hey, they did. And so don't disparage ourselves. Don't give the other person an excuse not to vote for us. Just yeah, I don't think that there's too much that can be said. Don't bribe them. Don't tell them that I told you to do this. That's it.
One question. So I was wondering, for the longest time, it for sure has been discussed, but when optimism on Giveth.io?
We have a proposal. We have a proposal out there, and we've tried it a couple times, to get funding to do it. I regret not just doing it.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Turn off your camera.
What?
You have to turn off your camera. We're at the limit, actually. We have so many people in our governance call.
Wow.
So, but I would say, we add networks all the time. It didn't look like Polygon was such an issue. So maybe if we can just add optimism, it would be a good incentive to reward us even more. And it would be a good Twitter thing, hey, retroactive goods people. For the occasion, we added optimism.
I don't think we can just add optimism in the next 3 days, though. I wish. I don't know. I also would rather, I don't know. It'd be nice to get the grant funding for it.
All right. So there's a fundraising call after this one. And I think you guys will spend some more time talking about some of the details for this push.
Yeah. Just know it's the best fundraising opportunity we've ever had. So please help us take advantage of it.
And the tweet thread is in the chat. I posted it. So if you're what did we actually do? And you want more details, I hope it's comprehensive.
Retweet.
Okay. Great. And I added it in the agenda as well, the tweet thread. We still got lots of stuff to cover in the call here, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. Some of these things are just real quick. Based on some connections we made at ETH Denver, I've been chatting with the DAO team. I set us up a DAO and they've been building a ton of custom features that I keep on asking for. So this is it here. I think there's a video I can post of the demo I had from one of their guys. But basically, go ahead and try it out. Ask questions, poke holes. This could be a new way where we start engaging people to jump into Giveth. So it's supposed to be an all-in-one DAO manager. So it includes a couple things like an overview. You can add in announcements. You can look at documentation. You can post your bounties, your docs. snapshot votes. They're working on like a Google Calendar integration that I asked for. They added Moses chain support. You can build discussion channels, everything, and you can token gate everything on there. So it's pretty cool. And I guess just especially for the community people, like go in there, check it out, see if it will be useful in any way for you, or like what's missing to actually make this useful and something that we could use. And yeah, just go ahead, get in there, try it out. I think you can connect with like a bazillion different things like your MetaMask or Discord or Twitter or GitHub, whatever, but that's that. The other thing, just a heads up, this person from Celium DAO wants to give us a free DAO audit. So it's going to be comprised of like a member survey and then just like a quick like 20, 30 questions of like high-level DAO stuff. I don't have that out right now. I think he's still working on the form, but just letting you know that that is in the works as well. Any questions on those things before we move on? On DAO Manager or a DAO audit? Got it. Okay. Some things here in the DAOs. I'll just load these up right now. There's a big vote moving 42 million give from the gift garden to the Energy Treasury. It's set to end in 1 day, and we are missing just 0.5% more to pass this. So please go ahead and vote on it. This will allow us to continue our contributor payment reimbursement compensations that happens every month. So this will be fairly important that it passes. So go ahead and please vote in the Give Garden for that. And then last thing is Ashley reposted the votes for the givebacks. Yes, Griff.
Really quick on that one. So there were like 3 votes, but the one with all the 100% votes, that's the right one, right?
Yes.
Because there's 3 of those. I don't know, just to make sure it's votes.
Like there was some mistakes with like the permission manager and like Sen had to help me out, like remaking the votes correctly and stuff. And but this is the one that will work.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, the one that's about to pass is the one that will work. Great. Actually put up these votes again to pass the givebacks round 31 and the nice distribution. Looks like they have enough support to pass, but that is also open for voting for the next 22.5 hours. And I think this thing passed and executed, so we can get rid of that. This is all done. And then in the multi-sigs, we passed everything last week, and the snapshot, nothing new there. So I think we're all caught up with just a few things to vote on, especially the Give Garden, however. Stuff in the forum. I think I want to move this up and maybe let Franco talk first here. Maybe if you want to run us through this rewards distribution. I think this is the wrong one.
Yeah, that's the old one. So I posted a new one.
Yeah.
And here, yeah, we have everything ready for distribution, I guess, except for this. This is basically a calculation for the rewards for contributors and non-contributors. The idea behind this calculation is basically just like reducing a little bit for the paid contributors, the rewards, depending on their tiers. You have the percentages there that we're going to take in consideration to recalculate the rewards, and then give kind of like a bonus for non-contributors. So in this way, we can kind of like incentivize the people to contribute to the community, people who are not paid contributors. So if you give it a read, check it out. There's an example there as well. And let me know what you think. If you think this is okay, yeah, this is the sheet with the example. And you can see, this is for the first round of distribution. So this is like an actual example that the distribution is gonna go out. And then you have the percentages there, what you gain or what you lost. And then you can see the praise reward says the amount that they would get without the calculation. And then you can see the total to receive, and that's the actual number that they would be getting. So yeah, that's what I wanted to bring. So yeah, give it a read, check it out, and vote on the poll. And what? She was a contributor, maybe. Okay, yeah, and let me know so I can apply this to the first batch of distributions.
Awesome. Let's go back to the thing here. Okay, so I can see there's a little poll in there. So give it a look, check it out, make sure it makes sense, and vote in the poll or leave a comment. I can see Lauren's already on it. Awesome, cool. Thanks for setting this up, Franco. And
it helped me a lot. So, and it's actually your way of. We imported this from the TC. Mitch actually did the most of the work here. So yeah, thank you, Mitch.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad it's getting put to use. Next thing, what else we got here? 1,000. Oh, I want to deal with this too, actually, before we get into that. Sorry, I'm cherry picking here. Okay, Frashelle, are you able to talk?
Yes.
Is this something we should deal with between the East Denver Free people, or should we make a decision now?
If possible, we could make a decision now because currently we are 1,485 over budget. So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Is there anything that? Yeah, but for example, for the RV rental, I added a comment there as a suggestion that, a proposal that they would get the equivalent amount of what the people who stayed in the Airbnb, of what the DAO will pay for each contributor. So that's just a proposal, but I'm not sure how we could, what other ways we could lower our total expenses, or we just go ahead and request the DAO for the total amount to be reimbursed.
Yeah. My initial thought, and this is a hot take, but this is a very inefficient. We spent $1,600 for 7 people, and then we spent $2,300 for 2 people for housing. But that's my take.
Yeah, I like Frashelle's idea of just saying the 180. I mean, in the end, we didn't end up using the RV as much as I thought we would. But so I'm fine with that.
Great. And also another question. So if we bring it to that amount, then another thing that we still haven't decided is whether we should reimburse the Uber rides and ride shares during the conference dates.
I think if we're at the budget limit, then I don't think we can.
I would say for people who aren't, who didn't, I feel like Corey, for instance, is paying for her own lodging. So I feel like if she throws down some ride shares and stuff, I think that's okay because she's covering her own lodging and it's just kind of nice.
I don't get it.
I'm also, I mean, I stayed with a friend, right? So just for transparency, like I didn't need to pay for lodging. It was just for like transport and food. So that's okay.
So like she was able to find another housing and she's just getting reimbursement for, like, otherwise she would have had to stay at the Airbnb and then, but like, yeah, I think it's fair that we count her ride shares as her housing cost.
And for Yas as well then?
Yeah, if she wants to.
Okay.
But I don't, you know.
This seems confusing to me.
Yeah, it seems like there really needs to be more of a clear guidelines, like maybe a maximum, and then if it covers your, could cover anything, but say you get a maximum of whatever it is, 500 or I don't know.
Okay. Listen, I don't want to drag all 25 people through this. Can we just like figure this out really quickly in like a DM chat that I can fire up?
Sure. I could bring this up in our, I think we have a Discord group chat and we can discuss further there. So yeah, you could leave it at like this for now.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully we can get it figured out today, but I don't think this is great for everybody in the call.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We got a little over 20 minutes left here, and we'll see if we can't get through this stuff here. Circles accounting and subdalification. So we kind of had this first plan here, and then lots of positive comments, but then I had a lot of conversations with Griff and Lauren and Monique and some other people here. And then I worked with Claire and Frachelle to kind of make a new plan, and this one based on our kind of what we hinted at last week. Maybe a more interesting plan that would propose to reform many of our current working groups around product teams and provide a system of financial accountability more granular and more expedient than the original posted proposal above. So some of this outlines how we could start building a lot of our existing working groups around products. Building a working group proposal, which would include a budget. What else we would need to change? So like role proposals, our calls, our forum categories, lots of things. And then I just try and envision like how this would actually work from leading a working group to joining a working group, and maybe some theoretic examples as well there. So there's a lot of stuff here, and this is kind of a big pivot from what we were working on before. So take some time. I posted this up, I think it was Friday or something, so probably many of you have not read it. 3 days ago, yeah. So take some time, go through it, and leave some comments below. That being said, is there anything anyone wanted to bring up right now on the call? Yes, no. Somebody said they have a comment and concern, but they didn't tell us what it is. This drives me crazy.
That was me. Give me a time.
Okay, all right. Nothing. Okay. Well, that's pretty important. Yes, go ahead.
I just need to read it. I haven't read it.
Haven't read it. Okay, cool. Well, probably more of you should read it. So take some time and look through it, since it'll probably affect you.
For whatever it's worth, I read through it and then I don't know what to comment straight away. So I don't know. Sometimes I just try to put the like on there to show that I've read those things. I don't always have feedback.
That's great. Okay. This home allowance draft proposal is up here from Nico. That's been up just after the last Gov call. Do you want to talk about this at all, Nico?
Yeah, for sure, Mitch. For that one, it's up in the forum, so please read through and leave your thoughts and comments in there. So Frischel kind of added an Excel sheet in there of those who are eligible. So yeah, I know she has not added it yet, but yeah. If you have questions about eligibility, just let us know. Me and Frishan just comment through in that post. So I think it needs more engagement. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah, so just to add, I added a sheet there based on the proposal of Nico on the eligibility requirements, but I was just wondering if anybody has thoughts on if Giveth can actually afford to have this allowance for like in a span of 2 years. So since like the prices of the Give and like ETH tokens are very volatile right now, so I'm not. I was just wondering if what the DAO or the community thinks, if we could afford to have this benefit, or maybe we could just like another proposal for this is like maybe you could just have it same as last year where we had a hard deadline of 1 month and then just purchase during that period so that we can contain.
Yeah. So Frichelle's basically getting. I'm sorry, Frischelle. I was supposed to. I didn't finish writing this post, but basically the problem is with this like rolling 2-year concept is that if we're doing if the market goes down and we don't have any funding, we're going to do layoffs. We're not going to offer this. We can't choose to offer some like a small benefit while we're laying people off that we would rather keep. So it doesn't make sense to do that. Like as a rolling benefit, we can't. We're not in a place. We're not a corporation. We're just not in a place to do that. I have a strong opinion for that. And it's because I mean I can't imagine being like, yes, you can buy a new computer, but we're firing the people you work with. Like it just doesn't make sense. So we can do the home allowance now, but I don't know that we can do it in 2 years or in even 2 months from now. You know, like we just have to be reasonable with what we're trying to do. So I do have a draft post, and I'll try to finish it during this call. Sorry, go ahead, Suga.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't really have anything to say. I was really surprised by this offering. It seemed like maybe it's not something we really need right now, but whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. So Griff, you're gonna leave a little response there, but yeah, it's a tough take right now, but I think you bring up a really good point. Okay. Last thing I have to talk about is here. Okay. Few brought this up. Engineering praise for Twitter. So I also lead the rewards working group in the Token Engineering Commons, and I've been doing that for maybe a little over a year and a half now. I've been working with one of my colleagues over there, Maxwell, to try and build a version of praise that could exist on Twitter. And so we were doing it over there. And we thought it might also be interesting for Giveth as well. So I wrote up this proposal for Giveth to collaborate with the Token Engineering Commons and build praise on Twitter. And you can see there's lots of stuff there. Some cool benefits, like being able to dish people outside of our Discord and be a little bit more inclusive and more outward facing. Dishing people who are creating impact locally and globally, supporting public good, supporting Giveth, building Refi. And the whole thing is like we can dish it on Twitter and you can engineer it in a way so that it like brings people into Giveth, either via our Discord or giving them gift tokens to use on the platform or however have you. The ask is for, not for money, but for developer resources. A few people have already worked on Praise. Carlos and Mohammed have already worked through General Magic. Ramin has already worked on Twitter APIs before. So I think there's a lot of people in this crew here that have a lot of experience that would be good at working on this. And working with myself and Maxwell to lead the project and using Giveth's all-star developers to make it happen and build a Twitter praise bot that would work, well, 2 Twitter praise bots, one for the Token Engineering Commons and one for Giveth that they could both use for that. So far, lots of positive feedback, and I'm looking for more. And then probably go into some sort of approval thing. But what do you guys think? Is it a good idea, a bad idea? Is it asking for too much?
So is it like supposed to serve our 2 communities, or are you guys like planning to sell it to Twitter and make a bunch of millions on it, or like
it's like open source. Yeah, you can't sell it to Twitter, but you're building on top of their APIs. So it's like you're building a bot in the same way that people build bots on Discord. They don't sell them to Discord, but they build on top of Discord's infrastructure.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm very much in favor of this project. I always wanted to build that. I was begging for this actually from Christopher a longer ago, but we obviously didn't have time for that. So I'm supporting this. And if Giveth can give away some dev power, then thumbs up for me.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, Marco. Well, great. I like that. I'll probably put up a poll. We'll try and figure out the best way to start coordinating between the different groups. Lauren's on it. She's got something cooking for us. Great. Anything else? Was there something on that we didn't really get enough time to talk about? There was this reimbursement thing.
Maybe, well, I heard that some people wanted some updates or information regarding the launch of the PFP minting party and stuff. So maybe some info just to remind people about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Solomon. That's a good one. So we're launching a PFP collection this week. We've got a big list of people that are on the early minting list. That includes anybody here who holds NRGive has been added to the list. There's probably some other people, like I know Almond and Breechies. You've been here for a while, so. But basically, if you're a Giveth contributor, we can add you on there. Also reaching out to our friends, family, partners, and they're going to be added onto this allow list, as well as anybody who's donated $100 or more of stable coins to the Giveth project on Giveth. That is the Giveth community of makers. The early minting will start on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and we'll have a minting party on the 23rd after our community call on Thursday. And then the early minting will end 24 hours after that minting party ends. So that'll be Friday, 11 a.m. CST. And then after that, it'll be open for open minting. So anybody with an Ethereum address and 100 DAI in their wallet will be able to purchase a Giveth PFP. There's 1,250 of them as a total count. A few of them have already been minted. Specifically, there was a couple Santa ones for Griff that we gave to him. And there was a couple people who won them through the Impact Quests at ETH Denver that also got a few PFPs ahead of the pack. So yeah, if you guys want to join, again, early minting starts Wednesday, 10 a.m. CST. Minting party after the community call, March 23rd. And then open minting is Friday, 11 a.m. CST. Any other questions? We're on the PFP launch. Anything we should talk about?
It's just a crazy week, man. Everything is on the 23rd. Optimism ends on the 23rd. DAO Drops ends on the 23rd. Our PFP collection is on the 23rd. I feel like there's other things on the 23rd too. Wait, does this say early minting begins March 22nd?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It'll open all 4 hours before the minting party.
Oh, okay. So we can mint during that hour and before.
And a little bit before. But we obviously want people to come and join our party and hang out with us.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I had to change this over the weekend because it said early minting started now, and that's not, well, that wasn't true.
Yeah. I guess the big challenge is that like all of these things are like, hey, everyone should do all of these things. It's a lot to ask. Like DAO Drops, make sure everyone tried to vote on DAO Drops. You know, yeah.
It ends on the 23rd.
Yeah, I think so. I think DAO Drops ends in 4 days. Maybe it ends on the 25th.
Okay.
So
well, I don't know. We had these. We planned this like 3 weeks ago. So
totally. No, it's not like something we should change. It's just like, hey, we have a lot of actions for any individuals. So it's just something to be aware of. Like if you're talking to someone about one thing, tell them about the other ones too, I guess. I don't know.
Got it. Cool. Thanks for that reminder, Almond. And great. We've got about 5 minutes left. Anything else here? Hang out with you, buddy. Got some forums here. Self-review forum for Giveth and yourself. Contributor feedback forum for your fellow Giveth contributors. Don't forget to set up a call with your buddy every 3 months. Let Nico know. Let the unicorns know so we can give you some feedback and get it all set up. Any more, folks? All right. Great. Well, back to it then. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thanks,
and we'll do this again same time next week.
Mitch.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.